Hello, hello, everyone. We had some very technical difficulties with security breach. I do not know exactly what happened, but we are back and we are better than ever. Um, so the game that I was going to have as a backup was going to be Mannequin, and I shit you not, they both don't work. I don't know whether or not it's the PC or what the issue was, but basically, I'm going to just be doing a Zetsudan today. I thought I'd talk to you all. If no one really has any questions for me or wants to talk about anything in particular, I thought that I would talk about how Psy came to exist. Yeah, I thought it would be a nice little way to peek around the corner, kind of have a peek behind the curtain and just say how Psy came to exist. A little bit of his lore, maybe, and just have a nice chat. A lot of people in my community, I you know I've stepped away fairly recently due to real life issues. Nothing bad, but just work getting more extreme as I'm saving up for this wedding that I'm having. By the way, I'm having a wedding. Yes, yes, yes. Um, Hint, hint, if you'd ever like to. Actually, I don't know if I have any way for you to donate to me. Never mind. Let me think. What would I like to start with? Perhaps the beginning. Um, while I have only been about a VTuber for maybe, say, over a year, let me think. Um, Deep Sea Inc. They started, I believe, before I went live, and they just celebrated their first year a couple days ago, or yesterday actually. Congratulations to them, by the way. Um, they are absolutely amazing. If you ever have the chance to speak with them or go to see one of their streams, you would be more blessed to do so. Hello, Brim. Hi, hi. Yeah, I'm just basically fangirling over some of my favorite VTubers and talking about Psycho a little bit. I mean, it's not exactly been a year yet, and I'm not going to count any of the times before I debuted as kind of officially me being a VTuber. But for right now, I have technically been doing this for close to a year. Actually, when did I post my first video? Maybe I can actually see. Hold up one second. 9 months ago. We did a little one brain cell together 9 months ago. Yeah, we did. We did. We did. Gosh, that was like a big deal for me. I love that we got so many views on that first video. I think that video went unmatched for like the first 4 months I was VTubing. At that point, I got some interaction, but it was mostly just like the few dedicated fans that I had. But then I had that one video, that collab, that Among Us collab, which, by the way, had to have been probably the most fun I've ever had, as a VTuber. It was just phenomenal. I have to thank everyone that was a part of that, including including Toxic, who is again in DSI. Uh, they were just amazing to play with. We had so much scuff during that stream, though. I don't even think I have much of the audio for that, but it was probably one of my favorite little streams. Had a bunch of friends there. Um, but I'm getting off topic. Sorry. So how did Psycho come about? I will tell you that it all started one day with just an idea. A few jokes. I got the the idea of the silver-tongued devil, and I took that a little bit literally. But I didn't want him to be a demon. I didn't want him to be this devil character because he's based off of a certain VTuber in a larger community that is a demon. But like I took some inspiration from him because he was the reason that I got into the VTubing community. He doesn't even know my name. Like it's not like we have some kind of connection. We're not friends. But I kind of saw him and I was like, yeah, that seems fun. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a demon, Prim. I didn't want to copy him. I didn't want to be an exact copy of him. But I liked a lot of the things that he had to offer. So, while I, definitely have the long hair that he had, I went with a different color of going stark white that I actually got, and again, this goes back to demons, from Demon Slayer. There was a character in there that had long white hair, and I liked that. I vibed with that. I'm actually in real life going a bit on the white-haired side myself. Not from old age. I don't really consider myself ancient. Not like some of these people. Some of these people are old. But I mean, I'm graying early on in life. It's only been about 12 billion years. Anyway, I've been, I kind of vibed with that, so I decided to go white hair. Thought it would look good. I reached out to a few people about doing my model, and I eventually found one on, I think she's actually moved on from us. I think she's graduated pretty recently, and by recently probably in the last month or so. But so I don't even know if I can really at her anymore. But she's the one that brought you this image, the one that you see before you today, mouth open, blinking, all the sort. So I really want to say, no matter what model I move on to eventually, whether I go 2D or even if I get a 3D model, this one was my first. This one means a lot to me, even if it is just a PNG. I don't want to, say anything bad about PNGs, but obviously, I didn't spend $12,000 rigging this thing up. Some more things about my coat and stuff. My coat is based off of a real garb. You can buy this coat. I am in the act right now of doing some art that kind of changes the lore of my coat. But as of right now, this is just a piece of garb that I mean, you could technically buy. You could go out and you could cosplay Psycho if you wanted to, with very, very lore accurate costumes. It would probably cost you about $2,000, I think. But yeah, you could do it. The only thing, a part of the whole Psycho thing, that you could not just buy stock off of something would have to be the lock. I had this idea behind it that, like a lich, like most liches in conventional lore, I am undying, unkillable. You'll kill me, but I'll come back. But I took it as, instead of it being like, I searched for this, I wanted this escape, from mortality, that it was more of a means to an end. I always come back. Yes, Five Nights at Freddy's But basically, that this necklace, in a way, both figuratively and there's a metaphor behind it, but it is locking my soul to this form, to where I can never escape. So, like, I took the way of, immortals and it being more of a curse than anything. A lot of my actually, like, as I was going through my lore of like what exactly makes Psycho Psycho, it got really sad. Because Psycho was originally human. I was originally human, and he got to this point from something. So he's been through a lot. I've done a little bit of art on like some of the abilities that I have had. I have Psycho having, mostly being that if he comes upon a corpse, whether he made that corpse or not, he could bring it back and either use it as a soldier, have it come back, but in a different appearance. Mostly I thought that it would resemble kind of, the coat that I'm wearing, where it would have, these red markings and, be much more dark tinted. I thought about keeping some of the color because, with some things, color matters. So, like, if I revived a dragon, it wouldn't make sense for every single one of them to be looking like black dragons, because then, but I thought maybe it could be like a dark blue could still be the lightning dragons, or like maybe a tinge of a gray dragon almost, not exactly gray, but that could be like a white, an off-white color. And I thought, lore-wise, he can either become these things, which is symbolized by him having the lock either as an imprint or still on him, or that he could have, them just off doing their own thing. And it's not been shown yet, but I am going to show like some of the things that he keeps around in him, like parts of his army will be shown in details in my art. Just different things that he's went through, because I've made him, which is apparently a much more popular thing now in pop culture, a multiverse traveler. So, maybe he's met some of his friends before, but in a different time, in a different place, in a different universe. And I've kind of played with ideas of that. One thing I'd love to do is make comics, not even comics of like Psycho, but maybe universes that Psycho has come from, and just, explore the idea of being a stranger in a world where you do not understand the rules. Because even in other universes, we still have some formula for like, okay, this is what the rules are. Okay, this is this universe, but what if there's zombies, or what if it's either zombies or it's always like, oh, what if this war, the other side won, what would happen then? But that's one changing of events. I actually came up with an idea that I really, really liked. It was following a timeline that I saw where it was like, what if, and I think it was a scientist that actually said this, how would the world be if instead of iron in our blood, it was copper? Now, I bet you're wondering, well, what does that matter? That's one thing. It's one, metals. Are you saying like would we be able to like breathe better, breathe worse, or something like that? But here's the thing. If you changed that one thing to make it so we had copper in our blood instead, let's say that all life had that, you would fundamentally change how the world saw color. A lot of people, they see red, and it is an instinctual thing for us. Red gets us alert because red is the color of blood, it's the color of, meats and stuff. It is an attention grabber. But if copper was in our blood, it would be fundamentally different, because then we would have evolved in a way to see green as that attention grabber. Green would be the new red, which would also change, traffic lights, because, if green is the new red, then, you would stop at a green light. Well, what if that's the case? Does that mean you go on a red light? Would yellow still stay the same? And I thought to myself, what would be a good way to explore this? So I thought about a story about something that is just made and looks awful green, and that is the Statue of Liberty. And I will say, I think I was watching The Purge or doing something else about The Purge, and I saw the mask of The Purge where they're wearing it, and it is a Statue of Liberty mask. And I was like, okay, could we work with something like this? And I thought, okay, Statue of Liberty mask, Statue of Liberty. What if in this world where, copper is in your blood, what if now green is just suddenly a huge symbol? What if, some deranged person instead now sees the giant Statue of Liberty as a deity, or, as an obsession? And I thought about, this story would just basically either follow this person or follow, the police or whatever. And it would explore a serial killer that wants to collect enough copper to make themselves into another Statue of Liberty, or, something along those lines. And that they would just, be getting it from blood. I not exactly worked out all the details yet, but I've looked into ideas that are similar to that. There's plenty of things on, like, surprisingly, National Geographic, where I've seen a show. I cannot remember what the show is called. I think it was like Other Worlds or something. But they got a bunch of biologists to look at ways that animals could exist on worlds that would be completely alien to us. Sorry, took a sip of drink. And they had like animals that had only 2 limbs, but there was 1 limb in the front and 1 limb in the back. And they would run at like intense speeds. Like if you imagined these animals, imagine like if you saw a deer, or if you saw like a dog or something, but their front limbs and back limbs were fused together into one solid limb in the front and back. And that's basically what these creatures were. And then I saw others where it was like these birds, they were like birds, but they had fixed wings and looked astonishingly like airplanes. And in the show they explained very much like how this would work, like how biologically this could happen. And that's the kind of stuff that I wish I could explore in making comic books. Or not exactly comic books, but maybe like, little 4 panel comics, stuff like that. I'm I've had other ideas. Um, I don't really know if I should talk about those because some of them I might actually end up doing, or might get commissioned into some art pieces. But that's beside the point. Going back into Psycho's lore, I have, and it's kind of been on and off depending on who I'm commissioning. But I've been playing with the idea of having Psycho's limbs be more blackened, very similar to like necrosis almost, because he is undead. Oh, sorry about that. But like having his fingertips turn into a stage of necrosis if he's using any form of his power. And I thought that would be, looked at for some of his art, because, maybe when I'm getting really serious gaming, I could do something along the lines of, oh, my whole arm's black, I'm getting serious. Some other things I've thought about, very similar to that, would be, what was it? I've been thinking about like what different outfits would look good with Psy, because like I want to do different outfits, different looks for him, not exactly for streaming, but just in general, because I love this character that I've come to create and come to embody, and I just want to explore like what is a life, what is an existence for this being. And I've already explored a little bit of that in the ways of Psy is very me. Yeah, I believe so. I believe that I have been very much in character just as a part of life. Like, well, thank you. I do embody him very much. A lot of my personality, I made them very much interchangeable. So, I mean, I'm not putting on a front, I'd say. There's no acting. I'm not putting on any kind of act. I am me. And I'm Psycho. So anyway, one thing I do want to say that I just have loved from my community is just the acceptingness that a lot of these people have. Like, when I first started, I thought that, maybe I'd get a friend or two, or maybe I'd get VTubers that wanted, to use me as a way to, grow their particular influence. And I've started to realize that, like, I haven't really gotten that. I've only gotten legitimate, kind friendship. I mean, obviously, Prim and I are, she was kind of my friend without a choice. She didn't have an option. But for people like Choo Choo or Seville or, the countless others that were my friends, they only did that because, they looked at me and they were like, you're a fun guy to be around. Oh, speaking of Seville, she made this background. Look at this background. Love this background. Go tell them they are amazing. Give them a little smooch. Sable, if you see this, you're amazing. Mwah. Um, and like they've supported me for the majority of me being a VTuber. And another thing, I did not think that as an independent VTuber, as myself, I would have so many people that are like corporate VTubers. I mean, I have like basically two corporations that I'm friends with every single one of them. Now, I will say that's like 9 people, but like, DSI and YoCast, they're some of the kindest people I've ever met. Like, they are so open to me. I've asked them plenty of questions, and they've been so kind. One of the people that is there is obviously Toxic. She's done art for me. Some of my best art is done by Toxic. She does amazing art. But like, I've just hung out with them or talked to them, been in their DMs, and they're just really kind people. I watch their videos. Sometimes they'll drop by mine. I do understand though that I'm in a different time zone than them, so it's very hard for us to stream together or be at every one of our streams. So I'm not upset if they don't come to a stream. You got to realize that. I'm more touched if people come than I am upset if people don't, because I make this content. I'd love it if I made $1 million every time I made a video. That would be great. But I don't make this content because I think to myself, oh boy, I'm going to be famous. Do I want to be famous? Sure. Maybe famous. But I don't need that to be happy. I just want, to be around people and have fun. And I want to thank everyone that has so far been a part of my life and helped me achieve that. A lot of people here, in the nicest way possible, don't owe me anything. I don't owe them anything. But still, they'll take time out of their day to, congratulate me or, wish me good luck. They go out of their way to just help me and be kind. And I like to say that while there is some drama, the VTubing community is a really, really nice place to be. Anyway, let me talk more about Psycho. I've pretty much explained most of what his design is. The lock is because I'm locked in mortality. I can get any powers from any, let's say, additional bodies. Let's not say, because corpse is such a negative word. Let's say involuntary undead labor. Let's say that, yes, involuntary undead labor, yes. All this involuntary undead, all the UUs, I get stronger. So, like, if you see me in a form, just imagine that's a Psycho UU. What time is it? Oh my lord. Been talking for 45 minutes? That's crazy. much UU art, except for one piece of art where I got drawn as a dragon. I really did like that one, but you know, it doesn't really have a lot of context. Besides, it's just like, oh, Psycho's a dragon. That's cool. Oh, 3 people liked my thing. Thank you all for coming. I didn't even know that 3 people came to my stream. Thank you. Let me think. The purple eyes. Okay. So I wanted to kind of show and allude to authority when I came with the idea of sight. Sorry, that was a yawn and a half. But yeah, I wanted to have some allude to authority whenever I was Psycho. So the eye color I picked was actually inspired by one of my favorite animes. Yes, very sleepy, very sleepy. The eye color is the same as the power of Geass in Code Geass. Whenever his eyes shine, I wanted that color of eye. I thought that was because I was enamored by eyes. I love eyes. I love the color of eyes. Like, they are they're probably my favorite thing in terms of, like, you know, I won't be mad about boobas or thighs and stuff, but like the one thing that I find the most beautiful about just any person is just like their eyes. I just love them. No matter what, you know, they can be brown, green, blue, whatever color eye, hazel. Or, you know, if you go to characters, pink, red, orange, whatever color. I really like how eyes work, and I like how, you know, they convey so much. So I thought, well, Psycho should have purple eyes. Psycho should have these, like, pinkish orbs. They should have an aura of softness to them, so that you could technically look into his eyes and have some small level of comfort. But I also wanted it to, you know, have some authority to it. So I picked the purple from Code Geass. We did have other options. At one point, they were going to be just blood red. Oh, my mouth. A lot of people have kind of gotten the idea. I, at one point, just wanted large canines. I liked the double canine look. I thought that was cool. It's what made everyone think I'm a vampire. And I get it. You know, long teeth, white hair, looks like the gothic aesthetic. Just, I kind of put myself up for that, and I get it. And if you actually watch one of Chibs' old videos, she does pick up a good point. She said, if you look at this design, you do not see Lich. So I thought about doing some changes to that. Mainly having, you know, maybe my bottom jaw being a bone or something along those lines. But I've also thought about, and I want to kind of get people's opinion on this. caught myself in a cycle of I keep yawning and I don't like it. Basically, what if all of Psycho's teeth were sharp? Like, would that aesthetic fit Psy? Or would it be bad? Would it be a bad look? Prim, I'm gonna ban you. I'm gonna ban you. You're gonna be banned. God, a cycle. I hate it. I hate it here. Anyway, I thought about it and I was thinking, you know, sharp teeth could be a good look for him. I thought about doing drawing is hard. I'm gonna tell you that. Like anybody that draws, especially if they draw for me, like and can draw my art and I can see exactly like how they brought my image, what was in my head, to life. I respect the hell out of that because I'll try to draw something and it'll look like straight duty. Like it'll be the worst thing ever. Oh my god. And I'll be like, hey, I'll ask someone for advice. Mostly it'll be like Choo Choo or something like that because they're like my best friend in the VTubing community. So I have to like be like, hey, I'm drawing this thing. What do you think? Does it look good? And they'll be like, no. But here's what I would do. And then they'll just like do a little like thing that takes less than a minute. And they'll be like, so yeah, I fixed every problem you've ever had with drawing. There you go, look at it. And I'll be like, how the fuck did you do that? And they'll be like, don't worry about it, it's not even that good. And I'll be like, it's a fucking lot better than mine. But yeah, that's one thing that I have come to realize with drawing is that fuck, some of y'all are good at art. Sorry, I'm taking little sippies. I got me a soda, and I'm taking little sippies of soda. But yeah, I have 17 what? I was just looking because I like to look at my algorithms and stuff sometimes. 17 people like me? That's crazy. I don't think that's allowed. I don't think I'm allowed to have that. I've thought about doing something and I want to get y'all's opinion on it. Because of my living situation, I physically cannot do cooking streams. But here's the thing. I can do cooking videos. I can cook something, maybe edit it, maybe not. And I can kind of show you all how I cook, because I love cooking. Prim will tell you, she likes cooking. She likes cooking just about as much as I do, but
God, do I love cooking. It is a fascination of mine.
I don't know why I love cooking so much, but like, there's just something about making something and making it super yummy that just it's a passion of mine. And there's several passions of mine that I want to share with you all. Mainly video games. I'm trying my best to get it to where I can stream more often and more diverse. Um, Mainly, looking at like things like today, I tried to stream a game that I knew no one had seen me play. The game hated me for some reason. It was just like, nah, you don't get to play. Fuck you. And I was like, but, but why? But why? And I did that for like an hour. I was like, but why though? Can I play you now? And they'll be like, yeah, you can play us. And I'll be like, yay, thank you. You just can't put it on the screen, so you can't. So no one will be able to see you play, but you can play the game. And I'm like, but why? But why are you doing this? And the game will be like, I don't know. Go fuck yourself. And I'm like, okay, bye. I'll just go then. I'll stream something else. And then the other game was like, man, I won't even turn it on for you. That guy, he was better than me. You can at least play him. And I'm like, oop. And then Five Nights at Freddy's stared me in the eyes and it was like, oh, you can play me. And I was like, but you were my backup plan for Wednesday. Which now basically I'm going to play Five Nights at Freddy's on Wednesday. There's no option besides that. The three games I downloaded, none of them work. I'm crying, weeping, sobbing, shitting. I don't know. I was just upset. Like today sucked. But it is what it is. So anyway, I'll probably be playing Five Nights at Freddy's on Wednesday. I will still probably be doing the same collab with Prim as scheduled. We'll be playing some game. Prim. I'll unban you very quickly. Tap, 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 tap. Definitely didn't just not unban. Didn't just not ban her and then just said that. What is the game we're playing tomorrow? Bakura. Bokura. Bakura Ratada. It means no worries. I don't know what it means. But yeah, I honestly might revise the schedule just because it seems like half the schedule's wrong now. Ooh, and Saturday, oh my gosh, if you can come to a Saturday, you're going to be in for quite a treat. I have some new friends. I will say that, I got plenty of people. We are going to be playing some golf, and I am so excited. I love content where I get to just talk with friends and play some stupid games. And I want to say, stupid in a way of just you can just mind-numbingly do something and it'd be fine. But I'm just excited. I can't wait. Prim's gonna be there. Choo Choo's gonna be there. Who else is gonna be there? There was like 6 people, I think. I'm checking my Discord, which, by the way, if you want to join my Discord, just come on down, come on down. I'd love to invite you. We have plenty of strange things posted there. I even have some of the art I recently drawn posted there. Sorry, I was looking at my art. God, that made me sound like such a dickhead. Sorry, I was looking at my art. Look how amazing my art is. Anyway, yes, you are missing out not being in Sai's Discord. Da-da-ba. You miss out on great interactions like me calling you a darling, me calling you a sweetie pie, me going, darling, thank you so much for being a part of my Discord. You being here means so much to me. And in fact, for a limited time offer now, if you join my Discord before I end this video, if you join my Discord before I finish this video, I will send you in your DMs your very own audio. Now I bet you're wondering, what does that even mean? It means that you get to pick any couple sentences. Can't be long, because hopefully I have to make a billion of them. But I will say anything you want, and I will send it to you, and I'll be like, darling, I just wanted to remind you to set a timer to make sure that you got up in the morning. Sleep well, darlings. Or something like that, just whatever you wanted it to be. So yeah, I'm basically promising if you join Psycho ASMR for you for free. No, not for free. You have to pay by being a part of the Discord. Also, if you are currently in the Discord, you will also get this offer, but you have to watch till this part of the video. And this part of the video is an hour in. So, if you can message me in my DMs and you're already a part of the Discord and you message me, you know what? If you message me Bakura, because that's literally the game we're playing tomorrow, which nobody knows. So if you message me Bakura, and then you message me something that you want me to say, I will give you a piece of audio of whatever you want me to say. Prim, don't immediately message me. Oh, Lord. You know what, Prim, how about this? I'll give you two. One of them will be privately, and one of them will be for the audience here. I'll give whatever you want me to say, I'll say to the audience. This will be a special one just because you are Prim, my darling. She has not responded. Maybe she doesn't want the treat. Maybe she just wanted to say the bakura. Okay, well, I guess she didn't want the reward. That's so nice of her. She just wanted to get the response in. Didn't want to request anything, just wanted to be super nice. What? Prim, if you want me to say something, just say it. Type it in the chat. I'll read it out right now. But I'll read it out. I'll read it out like this. Really, really softly and directly into the microphone. I'll read it like this. I'll be like, hello. Is it me you are looking for? I guess she didn't want anything. Well, what would be something good? Hold up. Let me find some audio. Oh, this one looks short. Maybe I can read this one. Okay. No. That's not good. What is this one? Oh, you know what? What if for a stream I did boyfriend ASMR? What if I just read a couple scripts? Because I mean, I've seen a lot of those things only last like 30 minutes. So I could probably do like a 2-hour stream and read like, 2 to 3 scripts. Just really explaining to y'all. I could really do that. That would be fun. At one point, I did want to be a voice actor. I should have said that. Before Psycho was a VTuber, I was originally going to be a voice actor. So that could actually be really exciting. I could try my chops at a little bit of reading. That would be so much fun. Wow, you know what? I really like that idea. Let's see if I can find some good ones. Oh, I found a couple of them, but they're all so spicy.
what makes me happy?
Oh, wait, is that your audio? You know what? ASMR, ASMR. Okay. Darlings, do what makes you happy. There you go, Prim. You got your little soundbite. Hmm. Goodbye, Prim. I love you, darling. I will have a great rest of my stream. I'll probably be done 30 minutes to an hour. So, I love you. Um, Talk to you soon. Bye bye. Anyways, what would be. Let's try this one. Okay, morning stretch groans. Good morning, baby. Thanks for waking me up before noon. Come here and cuddle me. How'd you sleep? Me too. Not great, but I did get some REM in there. Why would I say I got some REM in there? What? Who talks? Okay, first off, you don't talk to your girlfriend like that. Here's how you actually talk in a stream. You go. Good morning, baby. I don't want to get out of bed yet. Why don't you just come a little closer so I can just feel your warmth? Your hair smells so good. God, I could lay here forever with you. Say though, once I do finally decide to get up, how about I make you some breakfast? You can just stay in here, relax, rest, keep the bed warm. And when I'm done making us a nice meal, you and me can both sit down and relax and just enjoy ourselves. We can even turn on some TV and just waste the whole day in bed. However, I'll be honest with you, if it's a day with you, that's probably the only days that I don't waste. I love you, darling. Thank you so much for staying with me. It really means a lot. These cuddles are so nice. It's nice to be so warm. Come here. I just want to hold you in my arms a little longer. God. Well, unfortunately, this little cuddle session has to go to an end. I know. But I have to make you breakfast. How's bacon and egg sound? Oh, whatever you say, darling. I'll make anything for you. Come here. Let me give you a little kiss on the forehead. Consider it payment for me making you breakfast. All right, darling. I'll be going now. Why don't you just lay in bed and think about me until I get back? Something like that. I feel like that would be pretty fun. I'll actually, this might be the first time that I got to listen to some audio of me. I don't know how this microphone works too well in terms of like what kind of audio it would pick up. So, yeah, this actually might be really good. You know, maybe it's bad. Maybe it's awful, actually. Wait a minute. Can I make... Yeah, there we go. I'm big as fuck, boy. Oh my god, I don't have a body. Ah! Someone took away my entire lower half. I would like to say the thieves must be brought to justice. And to all of you, you all will burn for this. Who took my feet? And my hands. What am I doing? I'm just ahead. Anyways, oh. Oh, my computer's, something's going on. Anyway, honestly, I think I'm about to go. I wanted to thank you all for talking with me a little bit today. Honestly, it was a blast. I really enjoyed just being able to talk. Thank you all. I'll be back tomorrow, but with another stream with Prim. Super excited for that. And you know, if you... I got followed by a bot on Twitter. If you want to, you know, join in on my Discord server and you want a little piece of special audio, let me know. Anyways, darlings, I'm going to probably go now and give you one last sayonara.